that it will be celebrated and permanently memorialized. Thurman's self-proclaimed greatest accomplishment was his family. So his children and I are proud and humbled to share him with you through this book. We hope that listening to it will give you a window into the life and legacy of Thurman Munson, number 15 in his pinstripes, but forever number 1 in our hearts. Diana Munson, 2023. Introduction. When I first approached Thurman Munson with the idea of doing an autobiography, he was hesitant. "I'm only 29, was his first reaction. "A lot of life to go. It feels too early to do a book like this." I agreed, but I said, "It's sports. Books are written about sports figures in their 20s all the time. You won an MVP award, and you're captain of the New York Yankees. If you don't do it yourself, someone will write a book about you, and you'll probably hate it." He laughed, but he knew I was right. He didn't have much of a relationship with any of the sports writers who were regularly around the team. Although quietly, he actually had a few friendships there, and I know he offered to pay for one writer to bring his kids to spring training. In comparison, I seemed like someone who he could work with. My career in Yankees public relations matched his. We both started in 1968, the year he was drafted, and I certainly knew the subject matter and the points to hit about his professional career. I was no longer working for the team, so I could have some independence with the story without needing Yankee management's approval. That was fine with him, because he was going through a rough patch with the Yankees. He spoke openly of a desire to get traded to Cleveland where he could be close to his growing family. That mattered more to him than his baseball career. And he knew he could use the newly formed free agency option to go to Cleveland. So, he leveled with his boss, George Steinbrenner, a fellow hard-headed Ohioan, and said, "Get something for me while you can or I'll leave, and you'll get nothing." Munson saw the whole big picture of unfolding free agency implications. Meanwhile, he was captaining the championship-caliber Yankees. He loved winning. He loved holding the trophy. It was a powerful lure to stay. The conflicts all led to a compelling drama, which we knew would be part of the story. "Another thing," he said, "I want it to be a paperback, not a hardcover. I want kids to be able to afford it." I explained that the normal cycle would be hardcover first, which would make its way to libraries, then a paperback. Kids could read it for free from the library. He accepted the explanation. So, we began the process. It was only my second book and my first as a collaborator, but we had a disciplined process and stuck to it. His summer home was a beautiful house in Norwood, New Jersey. I'd never been in a house that had 2 staircases to the second floor. He loved the floor plan and used it, I was told, to build his home in North Canton, Ohio, where his full-time residence would be. I brought a cassette tape recorder with me and set it down between us. In retrospect, it was too close to me and not to him. My voice was louder and easier to understand, but I still have the tapes, and from time to time, I play portions, because it feels good to hear our conversations. Munson could be guarded. There were areas he didn't want to go. After the sessions, Diana would whisper to me, "Did he bring up?" Usually, he didn't. He was going to be very protective of the way his story was told. We worked without interruption unless one of his kids needed attention. Then everything would stop. It was obvious that he was a family man first, and his love for Diana and his children knew no bounds. The gruff catcher, who played such a demanding position and always had the dirtiest uniform, some teammates even called him Pigpen, after the always scruffy Peanuts comic strip character, had a very soft side. The finished book was well received, although it lacked the controversy that Ball 4 and The Bronx Zoo delivered. But that was fine with him. He gracefully said what was on his mind. But he was not